My wife once referred to her wedding ring as this old thing. That single phrase unraveled 15 years of my life. My name is Ryan. I have been married to Olivia for 14 years. We had our ups and downs, but I believed in the life we built, the house, the kids, the steady rhythm of our days. One quiet evening, when it was just the two of us at home, Olivia opened a small box from her drawer. Inside was the ring I had given her years ago, back when I thought love was enough to carry us through anything. She looked at it and said, almost absent-mindedly, "This old thing. I hardly notice it anymore." Her words froze me. The casual dismissal cut deeper than I could have imagined. That ring wasn't just jewelry. It represented promises, loyalty, and years of shared dreams. But to her, it was nothing. I didn't shout. I didn't plead. Instead, a strange calm washed over me. That phrase exposed a truth I had avoided. She had stopped seeing me, stopped valuing what we built. The next morning, I asked her quietly at breakfast, "Is this really where we are?" She brushed it off. "Ryan, it's just a ring. Don't make it a big deal." But it was a big deal. It symbolized years of indifference, overlooked emotions, and fading love. I realized that if I didn't face this, one day I'd wake up to find our entire marriage had disappeared without her ever noticing. That day I made a choice. I wouldn't beg her to care. I would protect what mattered most, my dignity, my children, and the stability of the life they depended on. The days that followed were heavy with unspoken tension. She acted as if nothing had happened, but the distance between us was undeniable. Her glances carried defensiveness, her tone detached. The words, "this old thing," lingered like a shadow over every interaction. I poured my energy into our children, making sure they felt secure, even as my own heart ached. Every memory resurfaced. Anniversaries, surprises, the efforts I made to keep us connected. Yet here we were, reduced to indifference. One evening, with the kids away, I asked her directly, "Do you even care about us anymore? About this family?" Her answer was quiet, almost careless. "Ryan, I've moved on. I still care about the kids, but not us." Her apathy struck harder than anger ever could. It wasn't hatred, it was nothingness. And love cannot survive in nothingness. That night, I called a lawyer. We discussed custody, finances, and how to protect the children through what was coming. It wasn't revenge, it was necessity. I couldn't control Olivia's feelings, but I could control how I responded. When the time came to tell her, she seemed shocked at how steady I was. We sat in the living room, surrounded by memories, family photos, vacation souvenirs, pieces of the life we had built. I said, "We need to face the truth. This marriage isn't what it used to be, and it isn't what it needs to be." That ring, that old thing, showed me how far we've drifted. Her eyes filled with tears. "I didn't mean for it to get this far." "I know," I said softly, "but intentions don't rebuild what's broken. Actions do, and ours have led us here." We spoke about custody, routines, and how to make the transition easier for children. There were no screaming matches, just acceptance of what was already true. In the weeks that followed, Olivia tried to reconnect, but the emotional distance she had created was too deep. Every attempt only proved what I already knew. Our marriage had been eroded by small dismissals and unspoken neglect. As I tucked my kids into bed at night, helping with homework and listening to their laughter, I realized that true loss wasn't just my marriage. It was the illusion that love alone could last without care and respect. Her words, "this old thing," had ended our marriage, but they also gave me clarity. Some relationships cannot be repaired, not because there's no love left, but because one person stops showing up. And in that moment, I understood endings are painful, but sometimes necessary. Protecting my children, my dignity, and my future mattered more than holding on to something that no longer existed.